The purpose of this video is to learn how to adjust the JetXpert wedding camera. Once the head has been mounted properly and is properly positioned, it's unlikely, though still possible, that the wedding camera will not show the nozzles on the screen in focus. The first adjustment we'll look at is how to move the wedding camera up and down. That's accomplished using these two screws here, one of which is slotted. We'll begin by first switching to the wedding mode in the software. You want to be able to see what you're doing. Be sure, of course, that the wedding camera light is also on. We'll loosen these screws slightly. Notice now that I can adjust the wedding camera orientation. Once I've achieved the proper orientation, I can see the nozzles on the screen. It's time to tighten these screws. Be sure to hold the wedding camera as you're tightening the screws, or the wedding camera may move from the proper position. When the JetXpert is shipped, the two cameras, the wedding camera and the main camera, are aligned so that if you're looking at a particular nozzle in the center of the main camera and switch to the wedding camera, you'll see the same nozzle in the center of the wedding camera. If the two cameras, for whatever reason, have become unaligned, I'll show you how to do an adjustment to the orientation, left and right, of the wedding camera. But I want to emphasize that this is not usually necessary. Left-right adjustment of the wedding camera is accomplished using these two screws here. As before, you'll want to start in the wedding camera mode in the software so you can see what you're doing. Begin by loosening the screws slightly. Now, I'm able to adjust the position of the wedding camera left and right. Once it's in the proper position, I'll tighten the screws, but be sure to continue to hold the wedding camera so that it doesn't move to a different position while you're tightening. If you have the nozzles on the screen, but the image is still out of focus, the first step is to adjust this knob here. This moves the wedding camera forward and backwards and is almost always sufficient to bring the image into focus. If you're at the end of this range and it's still not in focus, I'll show you how to make larger adjustments. Before making more major adjustments, return this stage to the center of its range. This will allow more leeway later. Now, loosen the screw on the other side of the wedding camera, shown here. Once the screw is loosened, you'll be able to work the wedding camera forward and backwards. Move it until the image on the screen appears sharp. Then tighten the screw.